12 Money Rules of the Rich. Build assets, not just income. Look, I need to ask you something. Why is it that some people work 40 years and still worry about bills at 65, while others retire at 45 with money flowing in while they sleep? Here's the truth. They don't tell you. Poor people spend their lives learning how to work for money. Rich people teach their money to work for them. Because income helps you survive, but assets set you free. Today, I'm breaking down 12 principles the wealthy live by. Not luck, not inheritance, pure strategy. And if you stick with me to the end, I'm going to reveal the one rule that 92% of people completely miss. The rule that separates looking rich from being rich. So hit that subscribe button and drop a comment saying wealth mindset right now, because what I'm about to share could change the next chapter of your life. Let's start with the rule most people get backward. Rule number 1, control your cash flow first. Here's what nobody wants to admit. You're not poor because you don't earn enough. You're struggling because you have no idea where your money goes. Most people earn their paycheck on Friday, and by Tuesday, they're wondering what happened. A coffee here, lunch out there, a subscription you forgot about. These aren't just small expenses. They're silent thieves stealing your future. Let me tell you about an old Babylonian merchant. Every evening, he'd sit with a clay tablet and mark down every single coin that left his hand. His friends mocked him. Why waste time tracking pennies? But 20 years later, while his friends were still working, he owned half the marketplace. Why? Because he knew exactly where every coin went, and he made each one accountable. Here's what you need to do. For the next 30 days, write down every single dollar you spend. Not to punish yourself, to wake yourself up. You'll be shocked. That daily latte, it's costing you $300 a month. Those small impulse buys, they're a car payment. Rich people don't track money because they're cheap. They track it because they respect it. When you know where your money flows, you control where it grows. Start tonight. Get a notebook. Track every expense for 1 week. Just 1 week. I promise you, this simple habit will change how you see money forever. But that's just the obvious part. Because controlling cash flow is useless if you don't know what to do with the money you save. Rule number 2, assets over income. The foundational shift. Listen carefully, because this is where most people get it completely wrong. They think the goal is a bigger paycheck. But here's the brutal truth. A high salary doesn't make you rich. It just makes you a well-paid employee. Think about it. You know people making 6 figures who are still stressed about bills. Meanwhile, someone else lives comfortably on half that income. What's the difference? The 6-figure person bought a lifestyle. The other person bought assets. There's an ancient parable about 2 farmers. The first farmer ate all his seeds every harvest, tasted great, but next season he had nothing to plant. The second farmer, he kept a portion of every harvest to replant. 10 years later, the first farmer was still farming someone else's land. The second owned 3 farms. Income is the seed you earn. Assets are the crops that keep growing. Every dollar you earn has a job to multiply, not just disappear. Here's your move. Starting this month, take just 5% of whatever you earn before you pay anyone else and put it towards something that pays you back. A dividend stock, a rental property, an online business, something that works while you sleep. Because here's the reality. Income helps you survive this month. Assets help you retire early. The wealthy understand this. They're not chasing bigger paychecks. They're building systems that generate cash flow. And what I'm about to say is what makes the difference between people who look rich and people who actually are rich. Rule number 3, choose ownership, not debt. Here's the trap. Debt makes you feel rich today, but keeps you poor forever. Most people use debt to buy things that lose value. New cars, furniture, vacations on credit cards. They feel like they're winning because they have nice stuff. But every month they're sending checks to someone else. That's not wealth. That's a beautiful prison. Let me tell you about a Jewish teaching that's thousands of years old. The borrower is servant to the lender. Think about that. Every dollar you owe is a dollar of your future that someone else owns. You're not just paying back money, you're paying back your freedom, your time, your choices. The wealthy think differently. They only borrow money to buy things that make money. A rental property, a business, an investment that pays them back. They use debt as a tool, not a lifestyle. Here's your reality check. If you're paying interest on something that's not making you money, you're going backward. That finance couch, you're paying double for something that loses half its value the day you buy it. Start here. List every debt you have. Now ask yourself, is this debt creating income or creating stress? Make a plan. Pay off the stress first. And here's the rule moving forward. Never borrow to consume. Only borrow to create. Freedom starts when you own things, not when things own you. Every asset you fully own is one step closer to never worrying about money again. Wait, there's something you need to pay attention to if you don't want to lose everything. Because ownership without strategy is just hoarding. Rule number 4, build daily wealth habits, the seed principle. Here's what most people don't get. Wealth isn't built from one big win. It's built from tiny decisions repeated every single day. You don't become wealthy by hitting the lottery or landing one huge deal. You become wealthy by doing small, smart things so consistently that they become automatic. It's not exciting, it's not glamorous, but it works. There's a story about a master and his student. The student asked, "How do I become wise?" The master handed him a cup and said, "Fill this with 1 drop every morning." The student was frustrated. "This will take forever." The master smiled. "Yes, and when you're done, you'll understand that wisdom isn't found, it's accumulated." Wealth is the same. Every small action, saving 5%, skipping one impulse buy, learning one new skill, it seems meaningless today. But compound those over 5 years, 10 years, that's how ordinary people build extraordinary wealth. Here's your action step. Choose one micro habit this week. Just one. Save $10 every single day. Read 10 pages about money. Skip one expensive habit. That's it. Don't try to overhaul your life. Just stack one tiny brick every day. Because here's the truth. Discipline isn't restriction. Discipline is the bridge between your dreams today and your freedom tomorrow. The wealthy aren't disciplined because they're miserable. They're disciplined because they know every small seed planted today becomes a tree tomorrow. But that's just the surface. What's behind it is what will startle people. Small habits mean nothing if you don't know how to multiply them. Rule number 5, let money work 24/7 for you. Look, you've got 24 hours in a day, right? That's it. No matter how hard you hustle, you can't add more hours. But here's what the rich understand. Your money? It can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while you sleep, while you vacation, while you're spending time with family. Most people trade their time for money. 1 hour worked equals 1 hour paid. But there's a ceiling to that. You only have so many hours. The wealthy flip it. They create systems where money makes money, where $1 today becomes 2 tomorrow, 4 next year, 8 in 5 years. Think about the ancient parable of the vineyard. The worker gets paid for the day's labor and goes home. The owner, the grapes keep growing, the wine keeps aging, the value keeps multiplying, whether he's in the vineyard or not. That's the difference between a paycheck and an asset. Your first move, find one way to make your money work without you. Buy 1 share of a dividend stock. Rent out a spare room. Create a digital product you sell while you sleep. Start small. It's not about getting rich overnight. It's about building a machine. Here's the reality. If you stop working today and your income stops tomorrow, you don't have wealth, you have a job. But if you stop working and money still flows in, that's freedom. That's what you're building toward. It sounds simple, but the hardest part is what's about to be told next. Because making money work is useless if you don't understand its secret power. Rule number 6, multiply wealth, the compound effect. Albert Einstein called it the 8th wonder of the world, compound interest. He said those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't pay it. Here's the magic. When your money makes money, and then that money makes more money, you're not just adding, you're multiplying. But here's the catch. Compound interest doesn't reward the impatient. It rewards the faithful. Let me paint a picture. Two friends start at 25. One saves $500 a month for 10 years, then stops. Total invested, $60,000. The other waits until 35, then saves $500 a month for 30 years. Total invested, $180,000. Who ends up with more at 65? The first one. Why? Compound interest. Time is the multiplier. But it's not just about money. Compound works in everything. Knowledge, health, relationships. Read 10 pages a day? In a year, that's 12 books. That's 12 books more than 95% of people. Small investments compounded over time create massive results. Your move. Stop waiting for the perfect time to start. Start now, even if it's tiny. $10 a week into an index fund. One article about investing each day. The compound effect doesn't care how small you start. It cares that you start and stay consistent. Wealth doesn't come fast, it comes steadily. The rich aren't lucky, they're patient. And patience, my friend, is the real secret. Don't jump to conclusions, because what comes next can change your perspective completely. Strategy without execution means nothing. Rule number 7. Diversify with discipline, not desperation. Here's where people mess up. They hear diversify and think it means throw money everywhere and hope something sticks. That's not strategy, that's gambling. Real diversification isn't about spreading yourself thin. It's about strategic balance. The wealthy divide their money with intention, not panic. They create 3 buckets: safety, growth, and self. Let me tell you about King Solomon's wisdom. He said, divide your portion into 7 or even 8, for you do not know what disaster may come. But notice, he didn't say scatter it randomly. He said divide with purpose. He knew storms came, but he also knew preparation beats panic every time. Here's the breakdown. Your safety bucket is your foundation. Index funds, bonds, and real estate. Boring? Yes. Reliable? Absolutely. Your growth bucket takes calculated risks, startups, emerging markets, crypto, if you understand it. And here's the one most people ignore. Your self bucket. Invest in skills, health, and education. These are assets nobody can take from you. Your action step. Look at your money right now. Is it all in one place? That's not confidence. That's risk. This month, split your savings, 70% safe, 20% growth, and 10% into learning something that increases your earning power. The wealthy don't panic when markets crash because they're not betting everything on one horse. They've built a system that can weather any storm. You think you've understood everything? There's a detail that few people notice, but it's extremely important because making money is one game. Keeping it? That's a completely different battle. Rule number 8. Keep what you earn, the tax game. Most people focus on making more money. The wealthy focus on keeping more money. And the biggest leak in your wealth? Taxes, if you don't understand the rules. Now, I'm not talking about dodging taxes. I'm talking about playing the game legally and smartly. The rich don't pay less because they cheat. They pay less because they know the system and use every legal advantage available. There's an old Benjamin Franklin quote, "In this world, nothing is certain except death and taxes." But here's what he didn't say. How much tax you pay is absolutely negotiable within the law. Think about it. 2 people earn $100,000. One pays $30,000 in taxes. The other, $15,000. Same income, different strategy. The first person takes a paycheck and pays up. The second uses retirement accounts, business deductions, tax-advantaged investments, and legal write-offs. They both follow the law. One just knows the playbook. Here's your move. Stop seeing taxes as something that just happens to you. Talk to a tax professional, not during tax season, but now. Learn about retirement accounts that lower your taxable income. Understand deductions if you have a side business. Know what investments are tax efficient. Every dollar you legally save in taxes is a dollar working for your future instead of disappearing. The average American overpays taxes by thousands every year, simply because they don't know the rules. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. And keeping more starts with knowing more. And it's in the next section that many people make mistakes without even knowing it. Because keeping money is pointless if you're spending it on the wrong things. Rule number 9, prioritize cash flow, not image. Here's the trap that keeps people broke. They buy things to look rich instead of buying things that make them rich. You see it everywhere. The luxury car with a 5-year loan, the designer clothes on credit, the big house with nothing in the bank. They look successful, but behind closed doors, they're stressed, broke, and one emergency away from disaster. That's not wealth, that's a performance. Let me share something powerful. There's a chicken soup story about a janitor and a lawyer. The lawyer drove a BMW, wore expensive suits, and lived in a penthouse. The janitor wore simple clothes, drove an old truck, and lived modestly. 30 years later, the lawyer was still working to pay for his lifestyle. The janitor, he retired early, owned 3 apartment buildings. Why? One bought things that impressed people. The other bought things that paid him every month. The wealthy ask one question before buying anything. Will this pay me back? A rental property? Yes. A flashy watch? No. A business course? Maybe. A luxury vacation on credit? Absolutely not. Your reality check. Look around your home. How many things did you buy to impress people? Now ask, do any of them generate income? That's your answer. Start today. Before your next purchase, pause and ask, does this create cash flow or just create debt? If it doesn't pay you back, walk away. Real wealth whispers, it doesn't shout. Wait, the most important part is in the following story, because all the strategy in the world means nothing if you're playing the wrong game entirely. Rule number 10, serve value, not hours. Here's the lie you've been sold. Work hard, put in the hours, and you'll get paid well. But look around. Do you see exhausted people working 60-hour weeks barely making ends meet? Meanwhile, someone else works 20 hours and earns 10 times more. What's the difference? The world doesn't pay you for your time. It pays you for the value you create in that time. Think about it. A lawyer bills $300 an hour. A landscaper gets 30. Both work hard, both sweat. But society values what the lawyer knows more than what the landscaper does. That's not fair, but it's reality. There's an ancient Jewish teaching. If you want to earn more, serve more people better. It's not about working harder. It's about solving bigger problems. The richest people aren't the busiest. They're the ones who figured out how to deliver massive value efficiently. Here's your shift. Stop asking, how can I work more hours? Start asking, how can I help more people? A teacher helping 30 students earns X. A teacher creating an online course helping 30,000 earns 100 times X. Same knowledge, bigger reach, more value. Your action step. Look at what you do. How can you scale it? How can you serve 10 people as easily as one? How can you package your skill into something that works without you? The wealthy understand this. Money follows value. The more people you serve, the more value you create. The more value you create, the more wealth flows to you. I'll tell you something that many people regret for the rest of their lives, just because they didn't realize it in time. Because all the money in the world means nothing without this next principle. Rule number 11, think legacy, not just money. Most people think wealth is about retiring on a beach somewhere. But here's what the truly wealthy know. Money without meaning is just numbers in an account. Smart people make money to live. Wise people make money to be free. But great people, they make money to leave something behind. Something that outlives them. Something that matters. Let me tell you about Andrew Carnegie. He made a fortune in steel and became one of the richest men in history. But you know what he's remembered for? Libraries. He built over 2,000 of them across America. He said, "The man who dies rich dies disgraced." His wealth built opportunities for millions who came after him. Here's the truth most people miss. Your kids don't need your money. They need your principles. You can leave them $1 million and they can lose it in 5 years. Or you can leave them the mindset that created that million and they can rebuild it 10 times over. Your move. Ask yourself today, what am I building that will outlive me? Not just for family, but for your community, for the next generation. Maybe it's teaching a skill, mentoring someone, creating something that serves others long after you're gone. Wealth can vanish in a market crash, But philosophy? The right principles? Those can recreate empires across generations. That's legacy. That's what lasts. Do you see anything unusual? The answer is right here. Because there's one asset more valuable than all the money you'll ever make. Rule number 12. Invest in relationships, the invisible asset. Here's the shocking truth nobody tells you. You can have all the money in the world and still be completely broke. I know someone, let's call him David, who built a 7-figure business by 50. Fancy car, big house, investment portfolio that would make anyone jealous. But he got there by burning bridges, cutting people off, and stepping on anyone in his way. When he turned 60 and wanted to slow down, you know what he realized? He had nobody. No friends to call, no one who genuinely cared. All that money, and he was the loneliest man I ever met. There's an ancient proverb. A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. 3 are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. Money can disappear overnight, the market crashes, businesses fail, investments tank. But if you've built real relationships, people who trust you, respect you, believe in you, you can lose everything and rebuild twice as fast. Because the most valuable currency isn't cash, it's trust. Here's your question. If you lost everything tomorrow, who would take your call? Who would invest in you based purely on who you are? That's your real net worth. Your action. This week, reach out to 3 people, not to ask for something, but to give value. Help someone. Connect 2 people who should know each other. Build genuine relationships before you need them. All of the above will be meaningless if you miss the last detail. Is it worth having $500,000 in the bank if you have no one to share your life with? Real wealth is freedom plus connection. Never forget that. So there you have it. 12 rules that separate people who work for money from people who have money working for them. These aren't about luck or inheritance. They're about mindset, discipline, and making smarter decisions starting today. Here's what I want you to do. Pick one rule from this list. Just one. Apply it this week. Maybe it's tracking your cash flow. Maybe it's investing that first $10. Maybe it's calling someone you've been meaning to reconnect with. Small steps build empires, one brick at a time. If you're ready to stop trading your time for money and start building real financial freedom, comment financial freedom right now. It helps more people see this message and shows me you want more content like this. And hey, what topic should I cover next? Drop your suggestions below. I read every single comment. Remember this, wealth doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in the decisions you make today. Every choice matters. Every dollar has a purpose. Build smart, stay consistent, and watch your future transform. The clock's ticking. Your move.